Ready, back 25.
All day, every day, any day.
First carry for James Conner, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 53.
Check.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Ready to go.
On second and 9, Ryan. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball.
On first and 10 is Conner. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have another first. Down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line.
Back 25.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
First down throw for Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's second down.
Check Mike 54. Mike, okay. I'm coming after you.
After the sack on first down, Brissett, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down, Browns.
Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 41. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cameron Brate, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first. Quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7. John Brown set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Airing it out for Hamilton. And got his man complete. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards. 2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. He'll dump this one off to Connor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Ryan. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 17, Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
Hey, Zoo. Protein spill. 21.
Watch the whip. Switch.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Now Ryan on 1st down. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Ready.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. And we got to get to the ball.
Again, Ryan. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Sony Michel. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Down.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. On third down, Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Shaq Lawson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and score. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Hey, 25, 51, down. Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to regain the lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kick.
Under pressure, they got him again. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Brissett now. And this is Parker, complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy,
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Shaq Lawson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what it is.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard
line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
You better be afraid of me.
On 1st down, Ryan. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Check. Fresno.
1st and 10.
Check. 154. Let's go, kid.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be counter. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground is Michel. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, switch gears.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. On 1st and 10, Brissett under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's second down.
To try again after the sack. Brissett escaping the pressure right. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Mike 51. You're not ready. You're not. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, check. There you go.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And it's caught by Parker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First down, Browns.
Here we go. Set. Mike the plan. What we got? Jack. 22, Jack. Palmer. 22, Jack. Palmer.
Brissett to throw on 1st. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Gun, Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdown.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Quarterback, again, they tear you up. Don't get nervous.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. The Browns drive about to get started. From the shotgun, it's Bissett. And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And that'll bring up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing on second and long. Bissett. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he finds Parker here, complete. And he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Don't get nervous.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Right there.
Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point just does sneak over the bar. And the lead is now 24. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From the 36, Brissett airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's checking.
A first down throw for Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Let's go.
Again, it's Brissett. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Okay, just like that. Go, Mike, here we go.
Now Brissett on fourth down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Second and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I got you, son. Ready to go.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Colts on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is third and 10. Here's Ryan. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
51's the mic.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, Michel. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Brissett. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Everson Griffin picks up his second sack of the afternoon. To throw is Brissett. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns get a score closer. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now Ryan going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ryan wants to throw it. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the